The Fan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Whoa, time out.
I'm like a dog in heat. A freak without... I have an appetite for sex because me so horny.
Dan Barrero.
Dildos are not essential items.
Weekdays at 3 on The Fan.
Let me ask you something. Why does everything have to be about the penis with you?
Good question.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for a laugh. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that was good news.
It is the 9th day of June, 2023. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Thanks for tuning in. It's Friday. You made it. Let's get through this day. It's going to be a great weekend for you. I'm telling you. You just wait and see. We'll get some comedy here from Sebastian Maniscalco. A little bit later on, the Initials game. So come on in. I'm glad you're here.
We had to pull over at night at a gas station. My biggest fear, getting murdered at a gas station, pumping gas. Out of your neighborhood, and you got to pull into some weird one at midnight. As soon as you get out of the car, you got to ask yourself, where's the murder coming from tonight? Now, this one we pulled in, the credit card machine didn't work, so now I got to go in that death hut. That little mini mart. You ever go into a mini mart at midnight? It's a pit stop for criminals. You don't even know if it's open half of the time. You get out of the car and you stop in your tracks. You're like, is this place open? And you open the door. You're sometimes even surprised it opened. The floor is always wet. Why is the floor drenched at a gas station at midnight? Are they mopping up from the last murder? Why is it?
I'm like a dog in heat. I have an appetite for sex because me so... Said, yo, this mark...
Friday, June 9th. Zach, it's 6'9".
Happy anniversary, Corey.
This is the Power Trip Morning Show. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Sauce. There's Zach. It's Zach's favorite day of the year. Is it your favorite day of the year?
It's the nicest day of the year.
Interesting.
Is it the longest day of the year, or is that like
For
a
some.
week?
Oh, yeah. For my wife, it probably is.
Aww.
Who knows?
The longest day, I don't think so. I think that's like the 23rd, isn't it,
The
June?
old summer solstice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when that is. Oh, Chris is back from St. Cloud.
Yeah.
Parrish will be here in a little bit. Marnie will be here in a little bit. We're playing Initials at 8:15 with $39,500 on the line.
Hell yeah, man.
Mr. Z at 6:20 to briefly talk about Transformers. Yep, they made another one.
Are we going to know which team they're on this time?
I don't think so.
I think
Man,
it's getting...
if they would make them wear jerseys, I'd really dig it.
I think it's them versus the Beasts.
Oh,
Whatever the hell that means.
the Beast.
Rise of the
like
Beast.
Godzilla?
Oh, no, don't
Don't
compare...
you take on Godzilla.
It's a
and
bunch of animal-looking Transformers. The one in the trailer looks like a silverback gorilla, just in metal.
Oh, rock and roll, man.
I guess.
Yeah, don't compare Transformers to Godzilla, right, Hogs?
That's right.
Yeah.
And don't
not
mess
even
with King
close.
Kong.
Yeah.
He ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, he's tired of it.
He's tired of it, man.
Yeah. Yep. He's tired of standing up for Godzilla.
Yeah, go Godzilla.
We were told like 50-50 chance, too, that our guy Nick Swartzen was going to call in to promote his Treasure Island show.
Is that right?
Oh.
But I'd put it closer to 0 because, Sauce, you said you were texting with him last night and he didn't mention it once.
Yeah, all he talked about was how Rosen was at the Loon in leather performing oral acts on others.
See, that sounds right, which means, all right, so
normal
it's
night. Yeah,
closer
normal
to
text
0
with him,
than
yeah.
50.
Yep.
Because he would have said, hey, I'm calling your dumb show tomorrow.
Yeah, he would have. He would have said something. Or
All right,
he
so
would have
let's-
asked, is Rosen going to be there so
Right.
we could make fun of him?
Why would he
let's-
even text about that, though?
Let's put it at 1%.
What do you mean?
I mean, did he text about the sun rising in the east?
Right. It's the same thing.
It's
right.
just-
Let's go back to that last inning, ninth.
Well, that is Dippin' Dots Scotch.
What?
What the hell does that even mean?
I had no idea.
It's in your thing there, Halby.
Dippin' Dot Scotch.
It's in the what thing?
It was
It's under your
Halby.
It's under your name.
Really?
Come again.
Dippin' Dot Scotch. I have no idea.
Excuse me?
I never know what's happening.
just great.
You know?
That's amazing.
Not even mad.
Guess what?
Hey, Pee-wee.
What do you guys got this weekend?
Well, the kiddos are off of school, although yesterday sucked. So now summer vacation starts. But yesterday sucked because the 9-year-old threw up all day and missed her last day of school.
Gosh, she's been drinking
and
again.
was legit devastated. That sucks, right? Everybody
That
loves
sucks.
the last
Yeah.
day of school. That, especially in 3rd grade, that means you
Yeah.
ain't doing S.
Yeah.
Right? They were going to play games and I don't know what else. And
Field
she missed
day.
all of it because
Yeah.
How about this? This is how reckless we are. And I thought we learned some of these lessons in COVID, but F it. 2:30 in the morning, she throws up.
Yeah.
Well, when the alarm goes off to go to school, of course, I'm here. And Angie texted me, said, the kid threw up. What do we do? She's on the brink of tears. She wants to go. She said she wants to tough it out. I go, I know her, though. I know our 9-year-old. She's not going to be able to keep her mouth shut and say, hey, I threw up this morning.
Yeah.
She's going to tell everybody, I threw up this morning. And then the teacher's going to go, what the hell are you doing at
Why
school?
Are you here? Yeah.
So I go, do you think she can keep her mouth shut? And do you think it's reckless to send a kid that just threw up, even though she had shown no signs of sickness the night before, just threw up in the middle of the night? And I go, I don't know, just send her. Let's just be bad parents once. She wants to, it's the last day of school.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Suspend her?
Right. And then before she could get on the bus, she threw up at home. And Angie goes, all right, that just made the decision for us. So she felt like ass most of the day.
Oh, that's
Was in tears half the day when she wasn't throwing up because she missed the last day of school. That's a buzzkill.
Is she grounded?
100%.
Yeah.
Ruined my day.
Yeah, I know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Right.
That sucked.
That's terrible,
That's
man.
a
Yeah.
terrible way to start your summer vacation, but
Yeah,
in terms
that's
of what I'm
horrible.
doing this weekend, I don't know, because now the kids are in completely, Lord of the Flies
yeah. Oh,
mode.
yeah.
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 This is the dream 3 months for kids.
Yeah,
It's
hell yeah, man. Yeah, this is the
sleeping in,
best.
No
Wouldn't it be great?
responsibility.
No,
Oh, it's the best.
What would this show be like if we were off for 3 months tomorrow?
Like Stern,
Like
right?
Stern.
Yeah.
Takes, 2+ months
yeah,
off?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
I miss that feeling.
Yeah, it's the best.
You'll miss it forever.
Yeah,
you
correct.
will miss
yeah,
it
you'll
forever.
chase it forever too. Yeah,
Yeah, just like Tail.
yeah, man. Well,
Tail and summer
yeah.
vacation.
You're
Yeah.
chasing it all the time,
yeah,
man.
yep.
Just chasing it.
Right, Zach?
Sure.
Yeah. What do you chase more, tail or summer vacation?
Man, this is a great question.
Yeah, good question.
Go.
Well, nowadays, tail.
Good for you.
You just said you miss summer vacation like crazy. You think about it all the
You
time.
miss Tail like crazy?
I think about it all the time around this time of year.
I think about it around the time.
So you think about tail 365. You think about summer vacation during what would have been summer vacation.
Yeah, like Memorial Day weekend, because that was always it was always weird because we always went to my grandma's cabin on Memorial Day
To
weekend.
chase some tail.
Yeah, to
Right.
chase tail. Yeah,
There's
And
a lot
I
of
was
tail there.
always excited for the
Yeah.
end of the year. But then
Because of the tail.
we also went on Labor Day, and that really sucked because that was like, oh man, we got school when we get back
Dead
to
man
town.
walking.
yeah.
Ugh.
I liked school.
Well, I
and-
did.
and
Yeah,
that's the other thing that sucks is she's still at the age where she loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, don't
Yeah.
wait till you get older and you're bitter. Now she's right in that wheelhouse. She's 9. She wants to say goodbye to her friends and wanted to thank her teacher. I'm like, thank your teacher. Geez, you are young.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Oh man, I can't remember the last time I wanted to thank my teacher.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
you get
Fifth
older
grade.
and bitter.
Yeah,
Miss Wakeham.
That's when
Yeah.
you still love
Yeah.
your teacher. You want to get them presents and apples and all that garbage.
Mr.
And
Luby. Yeah.
And
hug 'em
what?
goodbye.
There's a
Did you
few
say
in high
off
school.
the booby?
Yeah, did you
believe
say
he did.
Miss
Luby?
Krabaj, she was great. She like
Booby?
You have a teacher named
Luby.
You have a teacher named Luby.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is a dream you might have had. Or
Yeah, I
a
think-
cartoon
yeah.
sequence.
I think you need to refresh
I
your
never even
internet
thought
history.
about that.
Yeah.
You never thought about your teacher's name was Luby.
No.
That seems impossible.
That does seem impossible. It seems impossible while you had that
What else?
teacher, and
Yeah.
it definitely seems impossible
He
now.
must have been one hell of a teacher if I never even tried to make fun of his name.
What grade was this?
11th.
11th grade.
Yeah.
You're telling me 11th grade, so 17-year-old boys didn't think of a joke for a guy named
I don't know how we all missed
Right.
that.
I don't think they all did.
That's
Yeah,
my
I don't
new
think you
biggest
did.
regret from high school.
Well, that's sad.
Well, no.
I don't know. I guess what we would
happy.
have done with it, but
Yeah.
Add that to the list.
Luby or Ludi?
Ludes.
Ludes.
Okay.
What? Are you
I don't
doing
know.
the Dennis Leary bit?
I watched a clip of The Wolf of Wall Street the other day.
Oh. What are you doing, Hawk? Is your band again tonight?
Yep, tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, man, it's on now, summertime. Tomorrow
Yeah.
we're in Worthington. We're coming to see you, Worthington.
Oh, hell yeah. What
The
time will that
regatta.
be?
I think we don't go until like 9 or something like that. I don't
Oh,
know.
sweet.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Real fine.
You gonna stop by that truck stop?
Yeah, damn right. I go into the Zach Halverson Memorial bathroom stall.
Yep. Where the glory hole is massive in the wall.
Is that black and white photo of me still on the
It's still in
outside?
there. Yep, it's still in. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it looks
With the hole in it?
That's right.
It looks like the Bigfoot photo.
Yep.
Hey, is outside of Manny's, because I know Manny's has this, do we have other restaurants in the Twin Cities that post photos of famous people? You know, it seems like all those New York restaurants do that,
yeah.
right? Back in the day in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
comedians would get their picture taken and then it would get framed and put on the wall. It's like, hey, this movie star had lunch here once. Let's take a picture of him and throw it on
Mama's
the wall.
Pizza in St. Paul has, I think, a few on the wall. Because they're when artists at at the X order pizza, I think the X recommends them or something.
Okay. Sauce, are you on the wall at Manny's?
We are.
Yeah,
we are.
Yep,
Yeah,
sure.
we are.
What do you mean we are? From
You
what?
are, Hawk is, I am, my dad is, and Parrish from the curling.
From the infamous-
yeah,
really?
that's
Yeah.
we're
Oh, I
up
didn't
there.
know that.
And like a prime
I'm on the wall at Manny's?
Yeah, at like a prime location when you walk in.
Really?
Yeah, it's like eye level too. Yeah.
Is Swartzen's on the wall, I assume, somewhere? He's there all the time.
I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe the biggest accomplishment in my life. I think I'm on the wall twice.
With him, too?
Yeah. But he's on there. Jimmy Pessis is on there. Yeah. Hawk. Yeah. The three of us are on there. Yeah.
I did
Is
not know
Mark
that.
Rosen on there?
Well, did he show up to that dinner?
Sure didn't, even though it was right around the corner, and he said he wasn't aware of it, and then just skipped out on the bill. Mm-hmm. Even though a bet is a bet, and your word is your bond.
Correct. Yeah, we're all up there. Yeah, it's a good picture of all of us in the curling team.
But we actually showed up.
Yeah, my
And then
dad's
Parrish
holding the
picked up
medal.
the tab.
Yeah. The whole tab.
The whole tab, even though the bet was just
The curling team.
technically the curling team. Just pay for the curling team.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for the rest of us. Nobody was requiring Rosie to pay for us.
No.
Pay for the curling team.
Yeah. Yeah. We're up there for sure. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
Rosie up there, though, in another photo?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, again, he doesn't deserve to be.
No.
He's actually there. I saw him right behind the place where you pay and it says, don't accept checks from this dude.
Yeah, right. Rosie's
No. It didn't say don't accept checks from this guy. It's don't expect checks from this guy.
Yeah, you misread it. Yeah. Yeah, Nick and Brian who work there, they both listen. They'll text me and let me know. I don't think Rosie's up there except for his. They don't let him in because he doesn't pay the tab.
That's the bit. Manny's should make a rule that they will never put him on the wall ever.
Yeah.
Until he makes it right with the curling team and takes the curling team out. I would say just to another dinner. Because it's one thing just to say, fine, I'll pay Parrish back for the dinner from a billion years ago.
Yeah.
It should be, you got to make it right. You and the, I guess, 5 curlers sit down. You pick up the tab. We'll put a photo up on the wall.
Yeah, of that.
The Rosen Redemption dinner.
Yeah.
But Tyler George is passed, though.
Oh, he died?
Oh, Tyler died?
Yeah, he
that's
passed
sad.
away.
Well, then he's out of the tournament
Yeah, well,
this
then
summer.
it saves Rosie money.
Good point.
Yeah.
Saving like 20%.
I think he should have to buy next of kin.
Okay.
That's part of the deal here, is
The
it
way you
not?
just said that. You just said that like
That was-
a creep.
Yeah, or like you were reading an audiobook.
Next of kin.
And Tyler
Yeah.
doesn't have any
Yeah.
kids that we know of.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have a couple on the road running around
Yeah, a
somewhere
couple
that we
in
don't
Russia
know.
or
But
somewhere, I'm sure,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
Suppose.
The picture of Rosie up at Manny's should be Rosie holding the tab like he's holding up the belt he just won in a championship round.
Yep. And until he pays that new tab, never, ever get up on the wall. And if, again, your friends from Manny's text right now and say, yeah, he's up there. There's a picture with so-and-so. Take it down.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Take it
And they
down
would,
until he pays
'cause
the tab.
the Manny's T-shirt. I brought a bunch over to those guys. They love that. That T-shirt's brilliant.
Well, first of all, they got a ton of pub out of it.
Yeah. Well, of course.
And they get the bit.
Yeah, because they're all listeners. Yeah,
sure, they get it.
They love it.
Mr. Manny, tear down this photo.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and bring Hockey and I a couple of banana cream pies.
Oh, lordy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's up there.
All right, let's get to the bottom of that. Let's find out for sure if Rosen's on the wall, and if it is, we riot until
Outside
they take.
That sounds like
yeah.
an overreaction.
No, we riot.
Well,
until
we'll
they
riot
take
at the
it down.
bar. We'll drink at the bar and riot.
All right, we'll talk about Delvin Cook later. We'll talk about my Vegas Golden Knights blowing the end of that game last night. Lots to get to between now and 9 o'clock. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Head to KFAN.com, hit keyword contest, enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Lakefront Music Fest happening July 14th and 15th in Prior Lake and featuring performances by Darius Rucker, REO Speedwagon, Leonard Skinner, and so many more. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest for your chance to win.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I had some great stories on the printer, but I forgot to get them. Man, apparently there's some terrible video out there of some dude getting eaten by a shark. Have you seen that?
Yeah, dude, you know what? I had my stomach churning for like 20 minutes. It's one of those videos you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Really?
I couldn't shake it.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about him yelling for help and just kind of floating. It's awful to watch. I would highly recommend you do not watch it.
Yeah.
It's a legit struggle. You're watching this guy get flipped around. You see a bunch of blood. Then he pops back up from under the water, and he's just going, help, help. And then he goes under again.
My God.
It's not super graphic, but you just, because you know what's happening, you're like, I'm watching a man getting eaten alive. It's unnerving. I hated every second of it. Why do people go in the ocean? It's awful. And the worst part about it is right at the end of the video, last couple of seconds, a boat comes flying in. Just too little, too late.
Yeah.
So somebody tried to get there. Somebody obviously heard the call for help and tried to get out there. And the boat gets there, but at the point that the video ends, the dude's underwater. And my guess is he is toast.
Think about it. I saw the story on TMZ. TMZ has basically become faces of death.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that used to be so whatever the word is, not like that stuff we kept that in the background. Well, you don't watch that. Now it's just on a normal gossip website.
And I never liked those faces of death. I saw about 5 minutes of one of them once, and I'm like, I can't do this. This isn't for me. And that proved it again yesterday. I couldn't shake it. When I'm telling you 20 minutes, I'm not even exaggerating. I was working on something, legitimately had to get up away from the table and just kind of walk it off. It's almost like when you watch a movie that's unnerving, you just throw on The Office as a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't just sit here and try to work because I got to get my mind on something else. I can't stop picturing that guy staring at the beach like, help me.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And there's
watch it.
nothing to do except for watch you get eaten.
Yeah.
And the gal either the gal that's recording it or standing next to the person who's recording it is just going, oh my God. She must say it 50 times because she realizes I can't help this person either. I'm watched. It is the worst.
Yeah, I can't watch it.
If you haven't seen it, don't. Even I shouldn't have even described it, but I'm just telling you, don't watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yucky.
It's tough to watch.
23-year-old V. Popov, Russian man, who had said he was not a tourist but had been living in Egypt for several months. Terrifying footage of the encounter shows hotel staffers screaming for swimmers to get out of the water as the shark's fin can be seen approaching. Popov can be seen then struggling with the shark before it becomes clear to those watching that he's going to lose.
Yep.
Let's see. Witnesses said rescuers tried to save him, but by the time they got there, the shark had already gotten him. A woman identified as his girlfriend reportedly managed to swim away and escape.
Oof.
Footage showed her crying hysterically on the beach as bystanders tried to help her. Tourists visiting the resort have reportedly now been banned from entering the water, and those who witnessed the grisly incident were in a state of shock. It happened in a second. Rescuers reacted very quickly. For some reason, I immediately felt that It was a shark. I immediately jumped up and started shouting, "Shark, shark, shark, save yourself," a witness told Russian television. It's a terrible thing. I'm shaking right in front of my eyes that the shark ate the guy. The killer shark was captured and killed.
Did they say what kind?
Didn't say.
Oh.
And nowhere in the article did it say.
I like to think that I'm a relatively knowledgeable dude about sharks, as being obsessed with great white sharks and seeing Shark Week 1,000 times in the last, whatever it is, 30 years. But again, you see so little of the shark.
Yeah.
You see a little bit of the tail fin. You see a little bit of the dorsal fin, I guess, but you can barely see it. I can't really gauge the size of it. I would have guessed it wasn't a great white because it didn't look like that big of a fin. But again, it's mostly underwater, so I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah.
I'm sure a true shark expert could look at it and identify it immediately, but 95 of it's underwater. You see a little bit of the blood splash and you see some thrashing, but my God.
It's a macaw.
I can't.
What?
Oh, what?
That obviously mixed in with the terror and deep sadness. I wonder if that lady can just take a step back and go, he got eaten by a shark.
50-50, right?
Yeah.
If it was either her or him.
Well, yeah. And she went to the beach yesterday with her boyfriend, and he got eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, God.
I mean, there's only 10, 12 people in the city who can say that.
Yep.
Right. How about, again, I don't know that much about the biology, the marine biology of the coastal waters around Egypt. I don't know if that's great white waters or not. I have no idea if great whites are around Egypt. I guess that would help narrow it down.
I don't know.
No idea.
Macaw. Oh, wow.
Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome, man.
Is that something you would watch, Chris, or not? It's about 45 seconds of terror.
No, I'm not going to. I'm glad you told me not to.
Yeah, no.
I don't need to see that.
No.
I don't need to see that.
It's just the idea. Again, it's not gory. It's just, well, I guess there's one wave of like a splash where you see blood fly out of the top of the water. It's just the idea of,
no.
This is it, man. This is the worst nightmare essentially you can imagine, is being eaten alive by an animal.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't watch it. It was on like every other website I would go to. The screaming, any of it. I don't want to hear any of it.
Yep.
Yuck.
So, Zach, you or not? You a Faces of Death person? Have you seen this or will you watch
No, I haven't. I just, TMZ didn't have the video, but they had some screenshots. I think that was enough for me. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some. I mean, everybody has, and now the internet. We've seen
You've seen some things, haven't you?
crazy things. But I'm not going to seek that out.
Are you willing to watch it live? You just said you're not going to seek it out. Are you willing to watch it right now for the listening audience?
I don't need to do that.
Just checking.
I don't really. I mean, it's in
Sauce.
No,
Willing to watch it?
No.
Oof, dude, it's bad.
And like this would be the computer I would watch it at because there's no speakers. Like without sound, I might watch it, but with sound, I'm not. No,
you can hear him saying help.
Like I've said,
that's awful.
People getting hurt, no, gross. Animals getting hurt, not that the shark matters, but like I can't watch animals getting hurt. But I would maybe watch it. All right, I'll watch it without the sound.
That was a weird journey we just took.
Yeah, we just went on a roller coaster.
That was the weirdest journey ever.
I'm trying to figure out if Rosie's got a picture up.
Okay. Tell me when you're watching it, because even though you're not going to have the sound on and it's going to be minimized, the horror is going to be minimized, it's still pretty bad. Are you watching it yet or not?
It's all the way down at the bottom of the page.
It's not on TMZ, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I found it on TMZ, and they said we're not showing the video because it's that graphic. Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
It's all over Twitter. About 9,000 people sent it to me.
I was going to say, because I've seen, IndyCar crashes where, somebody died.
Mm-hmm. All right,
and, I would watch that tire go into the stands last week at the Indy 500. So I've seen things like that, but.
Nobody died last week.
Yeah, thankfully. But like you had that moment there when you watch a giant wheel going into the crowd. But this is, I don't know.
You're currently watching it?
One of us.
Nice computer system we have.
Well, that computer is probably the worst in the building.
It's probably the oldest in the building, and it's got about 7 gallons of coffee been spilled in it.
Yeah.
Keyboard doesn't work. I can't type in Shark Attack.
I would literally go to Twitter, Sauce, and just type in Shark Attack.
All right, I'll watch it on my phone.
Yeah. Let's make sure the sound's
What a
down.
hell of a journey we're on.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
is. Sorry. I've let you all down.
The guy who got eaten by the shark says this is worse radio than what he heard yesterday.
All right, I'm watching it. Oh! Oh, my God. The camera works terrible. Oh, my God. Now, holy. He's up. You can see some blood. He's trying to swim away. It's just his head.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. That's enough.
Yeah, I know.
When it gets him.
Yeah, when he's
when it looks like he's going to get away and it gets him.
or not even when it looks like he's getting away. When he emerges and you're like, oh, did the shark let him go?
Yeah.
Did the shark move on? And then you realize, nope, didn't move on. Just gave him a quick break.
Yeah, I'm out. I can't watch that.
I thought we were always told that if a shark bit you, you'd realize, oh, wait, that's a human. I don't want to eat that.
That does happen a lot, right? Mistaken identity is the most common reason for shark attacks, right? Either when it's murky water, so they don't quite know what they're biting, or a lot of times they bite because they don't.
Yeah.
They got to figure out what you are, and then they bite and they realize, oh, this isn't a seal. There's not a lot of blubber on this thing. So normally they bite you and let you go. You just got to hope that the bite isn't enough to make you bleed out.
Oof.
But once in a while, they just say, oh, I mean, this isn't Raising Cane's.
Came all the way here.
Right. This isn't Raising Cane's. This isn't what I want to eat, but I mean, it's still food. I'm going to eat it. I don't feel bad about it. I'm a shark. What do I care? Once in a while, it's just that.
That's, oh my God.
That's the old day ruiner. The old shark attack.
Yeah. Yep. Yucky.
Feel like I could probably quote the great Richard Oaknick, but I think we all know that quote.
Yeah.
What if somebody's tuned in for the first time and they never heard it?
Well, the great Richard Oaknick once said, if dinosaurs were outside, we wouldn't go play baseball. And what he meant by that is the ocean is the shark's territory, and you cannot be surprised that they eat you because that's what they do. It's their land. Not land. It's their turf.
Yeah. Good old
Stay
Dick
out of
Oak,
there.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old, brilliant.
I mean, and I feel like when I go in the ocean, I'm surprised that I don't get eaten by a shark. I know the numbers, but don't tell me the odds.
Yeah,
Never tell me the odds. I'm like Han Solo.
No.
Front Page Sports is next.
.3 KFAN.
Six or seven. I probably already know this. Who is this?
Bad Omens.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Zachary?
Add a second show, you B-words.
Yeah, sold out too fast.
Where at?
The Myth. I'm 100% going to try to still get to that show. Would love to see these guys live.
Let me know if there's anything, I can do to,
Okay.
We'll do a lot.
Really?
A lot.
Wow.
This whole album, start to finish, is awesome. Just give it a shot.
Hey, Oggs Daddy.
Yes.
Did you hear my guy on Howard?
No, I did not.
It was great.
As in Nick
Dave.
Swartzen?
No, Dave.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It was fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Super interesting. It was a good interview.
Yeah.
Have not heard that yet. No.
You can tell they both like each other. And when they're having
mutual respect.
Yeah.
Which again, Chris has said this forever and he's right. That's the one massive advantage for Howard Stern versus the rest of us. They're more excited almost to meet him or see him than he is them. Because he's a gigantic star. That helps.
Should we do some sports? I don't know what's going on in the world of sports. I haven't checked anything at all.
Sure. Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, do the do. You can mix and match. Hi. Hello. Go to Holiday, Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Hello. Yep. Ride your bike to a Holiday.
Guess
What?
What?
Hello.
Hi. That's how friendly the people that work at Holiday are. They'll scream like Pee Wee Herman, hello, right in your face.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm just here for donuts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use the phone.
Yep.
Yeah, they need more donuts because they're so good.
See, that's if they ring up your order incorrectly, they'll apologize. They're very accountable.
Yeah.
Anyway, do the do. Mix and match any 2 20-ounce Mountain Dews, and then you get one for free. Buy 2, get 1 free, including Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Mornings are made at Holiday.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the best advice I could give you. I would say maybe the second best is don't go swimming in the ocean by Egypt.
Don't roller skate in the Buffalo Herd.
Great point. Please play that, Hawk.
Roller skate in the Buffalo Herd, but also just go to Holiday and get some Mountain Dew this morning.
God, that song wails.
The Panthers won 3-2 over Vegas in overtime. Vegas leads the series 2-1. Matthew Tkachuk, kind of the hero. He scored the game-tying goal with just over 2 minutes to go. Empty net for Florida. They pull Bobrovsky. They get desperate because Vegas has a 2-1 lead. And whether it's Game 7 against Boston in round 1 or basically every overtime since, it just feels like every time the Panthers absolutely need a goal, they just get it.
Yeah.
And it takes him about 20 seconds to get it.
Yep.
And that's what happened. They pull Bobrovsky. About 20 seconds later, boom, Matthew Tkachuk ties it. Game goes to overtime. The overtime starts with a Vegas power play with a controversial call with about 10 seconds to go in regulation. They kill that penalty off pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then about 2 minutes after the power play, Carter Verhaeghe is your game-winning goal scorer, 4:27 into overtime. And they get the first win in the history of Florida Panther hockey in the finals. They were 0-6 before last night. Now they're 1-6. But 2-1 series lead for Vegas. How about this for a weird stat? Here's how much your team, the Florida Panthers, are dancing on the edge of destiny here, Saucy. They're 7-0 in overtime in the postseason this year. That's insane, right?
Insane.
7-0.
Yeah.
They now have more overtime wins than they do regulation wins in the playoffs.
So
this season,
if it gets to overtime, my squad's winning. And Zacho, I don't know if you watched it or not, but there was that moment, just like in Game 1, where the Panthers score, then they get the power play last night, and they had multiple chances to score again. That they've had it's looked with Florida that they have had multiple chances to blow the game open, where they could be up 2-0, 3-0 in the first period. But the goalie makes a couple of incredible saves, and they just can't get it past that 2-0, get it to a 2-0 lead. But man, they go down. Tkachuk gets knocked out.
Yeah, that
he didn't even come out right away for the second period. He wasn't out there for that power play in the second period, and then here he comes. Yep. He scores that goal. There he was.
Once he came back, it's so predictable. It's like Kachuk's going to find a way to go hero mode and tie it up, and he did.
Without him, Zacho, they're dead, right?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many times yesterday where it looked like they were dead. And even the fact that they were 2 minutes away, I mean, if Vegas ends up blowing this series, I mean, you think about just how close they were, but there is, like you said, Cor, there's some sort of destiny going on here with this squad.
That's just great.
7-0 is so that's an absurd number, and in overtime. I mean, it's a coin flip when you get to that extra session. But they're so good. Bobrovsky seems to be back on his game. He played very, very well. He will need to continue to do that. But Game 4, I mean, this is huge because they have not won in Vegas, and it's going to be very difficult place for them to win. So they're going to have to steal one, obviously, at least now. But they would rather have obviously not have to do that in an elimination game in Game 5.
The big news yesterday for Vikings fans, the Vikings informed running back Dalvin Cook that he's going to be released, and it sounds like it's going to be today. They were expected to try one more time to get something for him yesterday, but it looks like everybody's just going to call their bluff and say, we just let him go.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
He turns 28 in August. Second rounder in 2017. Obviously, he's been an absolute badass for this team. Underwent shoulder surgery in February to try to stop these chronic shoulder separations. But he should be a free agent today, and sounds like Miami's interested. It sounds like Denver's interested. Who knows?
It's going to be weird, too, because they couldn't find anybody to trade for him. And there's a lot of big-name running backs on, like, still free agent. Zeke and a couple other ones. He is going to sign soon. He won't be a free agent for a long time, which is weird that all these big-name running backs were just thrown aside and haven't found teams yet.
It's still going to be interesting how much he signs for, because even though people probably like Dalvin more than some of the other options, like I would rather have Dalvin Cook by a mile over Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
but it's still, what is the market for Dalvin Cook at almost, well, he's going to be 28 by the time the season starts.
Yeah.
So even if he wants to go to Miami and Miami wants him, how much are they going to pay him?
Yeah.
7?
I mean,
6?
7 with a bunch of
incentives
in his contract.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
The Tampa Bay Rays swept the Twins. They won 4-2. The Twins hit 2 solo home runs, one by Correa, one by Taylor. But they lost again. They have lost 5 straight. They are now at Toronto for the next 3.
It is what it is,
Twins are
man.
31-32. The Rays are an MLB best 46-19.
Well, that's great.
Back to our 31-32 Twins. This is the latest in a season since 2008 that a division leader has a sub 500 record.
Ugh.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yep. Latest in a season in 15 years that a team this late into the year, June 9th, that a team is sub 500 and leading their division, but that's what the Twins are doing.
And meanwhile, Luis is leading the league with a 403 batting average.
Of course
and they can't score 3 runs.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Best of the lousiest.
Yep. They've scored 7 runs in their last 6 games.
Oh.
And according to our guy, Do Young Park, that is their lowest total in any 6-game stretch since 2011.
It is what it is, man.
All right, let's come back and quickly do some movie talk with Mr. Z. We'll do What Really Matters. Marnie will be here in like an hour. Parrish will be here relatively close to that same time. And then we play initials 2 hours from now. We're on the precipice of $40,000 because it's $39.5 today for the initials
Hell
jackpot.
yeah.
Thanks to our friends at St. Paul Federal Credit Union. How badass is that? We're almost at $40K.
Badass.
That's sweet, dude.
So awesome.
Yeah.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this.
KFAN, the Fan.
It is 6:22. Lots going on this weekend. Lots to do. Lots to get done. Gigs for me. All kinds of stuff going on for Zach Halverson. You just can't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
I just got another email from the Life at Sea Cruises executive team, and it just sounds more and more attractive every day. They keep trying to call me and trying to get me to join them and leave. I think that it might end up being a situation where, like, they make pie out of us. You know, like they take us somewhere to some remote island, and then suddenly
Lord of the
Like the movie The Menu, which I didn't see, but it looked like that's what that was about.
That's right.
Some kind of murdering once they get you to a nice location.
Yeah, murdering.
Maybe you're on the menu.
maybe I am, and
Like a
maybe
guy
that's the
in
way to
Egypt.
go. You know,
Yep, who knows? Maybe Mr. Z knows. Hi,
Maybe he
Mr. Z.
knows.
Hey, guys, what's up?
What happened?
Good morning. Let's see. Coming out in theaters is the old Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Transformers. Yeah, hello. Yeah, you know, it's weird. I'm not a... Transformers is one of those movies that's just simply not made for me. My demo, everything about it. So sometimes it can be a struggle to watch Transformers. My son kind of grew up with these movies. So he's 20 now, but he can't wait to see it. I tried not to burst his bubble too hard by telling him what I thought about it, but people are going to love it who love Transformers. So it is exactly what you think it's going to be.
Who's in it? Is it Marky Mark? Is it Josh Duhamel? Who's in it?
Anthony Ramos. Anthony Ramos. I know him from In the Heights. I think he was in Hamilton too. But and then Pete Davidson's is the voice of one of the robots, and so he's kind of the other star.
Really?
So that will be your stars. So.
And is there any sign of this slowing down, or are there more coming down the pipe?
Yeah, well, CGI is getting cheaper and cheaper to produce compared to what it used to be. It's getting so much better. It's amazing. Even when you watch like TV, the CGI is amazing these days. So yeah, I don't think so. That it'll probably open 50 to 60 million. These movies do really well overseas too. So they'll make money, and then when it goes to streaming, people will be it streams anything that goes theatrical streams. So yes, I'm sure they'll make another one in a year or two down the road. Sorry. One more thing I'd say. The one thing that is kind of fun is I'm not sure. I don't know my lore extremely well, but they're animals in this one. Kind of Transformer animals. That's kind of cool. If I was young, that would have been really cool. Seeing like a Transformer gorilla kind of thing. So that was cool.
Again, it's back to the movie Big. Who wants to play with a building?
Right.
So I wasn't sure, just because, again, you just said Transformers isn't for you. When I saw Little Mermaid a week ago, I thought it was just, I thought it was whatever. It's okay. The performances were good, but the movie was kind of whatever. But I hated the new music, the new songs. I'm like, these are just terrible new songs. But I thought maybe it was just me being bitter. But then my 17-year-old and her 3 friends went and saw it last night. And their review was the exact same. They're like, the new songs sucked.
Ugh.
And they couldn't stop ripping the dude singing on the side of the mountain and then singing on the boat and going, what was that 5-minute trash? I go, I know, that song was awful. So they had the same complaint. So I guess it's not necessarily for 17-year-old girls either.
Yeah, I'm the one I'm thinking mostly of. It was kind of like a Lin-Manuel rap type thing, if I remember.
The bird rap.
The bird sang it. Yeah. That was. Yeah, I could do without it too. But it was weird because it felt out of place, just because we know the movie so well, we know all the music so well, that it was weird to interject that into the movie for me. And I thought maybe it was just because it was new that's why it felt out of place.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, now most people, like we talked about Little Mermaid. The problem with Little Mermaid for me was I knew every single minute of the story, so there was nothing fresh or new about it. But I did enjoy the visuals and the acting.
Yep, I struggled with that as well. And I think Disney's damned if they do, damned if they don't, right? Because I just complained they added new songs. I'm like, well, the new songs suck. So it's like you can't. I feel like it's both ways. I complained because I didn't think there was enough new, and then the things that they did do new, I hated. So it's I don't know what they're supposed to do with these.
You know what I'm thinking? The Indiana Jones reactions that we're seeing come out of, I feel like it's the same way, because if you try to make Indiana Jones different than the one from the 80s, then people are going to be like, well, you wrecked Indiana Jones. It's not like the old one. But the problem is you do just what we did in the 80s. What was successful in the 80s is corny and cheesy now. And so I feel like you're all spot there is how do you make a movie true to a 1985 movie? But honest to God, if you watched the movie from 85 now, you would say this is ridiculous. So they're in the same spot with Indiana Jones.
Good point. Thanks, Mr. Z. Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for the bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Pee-wee says hello.
He missed him. Just missed him.
All right, let's do what really matters. We got a couple of minutes.
Hell yeah, man.
Time now for What Really Matters, presented by Cultivated CBD.
Hey, thanks, Cultivated CBD.
Thank you, Cultivated.
Thank you.
Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. Denver at Miami at 7:30. Denver leads the series 2-1, and they are 3.5-point favorites tonight. The over-under is 10.5, according to DraftKings. And Denver is still a heavy favorite to win the series on DraftKings. They are minus 800. Miami is the long shot at plus 550. What really matters is this.
Dale Wheatley, who performs deliveries for the Anatomical Gift Association of Illinois, came into work 2 weeks ago and found sage burning and 3 severed heads on his desk.
Jesus.
Wheatley, who has worked for the Anatomical Gift Association in Illinois for nearly 5 years, said he's never seen anything like the horror movie-like scene he stumbled upon Wednesday morning. He said the heads were from AGA donors and were placed next to his desk after he reported concerns about the mishandling and poor conditions of donated bodies to his supervisors. But the executives denied any maltreatment accusations, saying that handling body parts is in Wheatley's job description. Wheatley said he filed a report after the head showed up at his desk and is now filing complaints with local and state authorities.
And I thought watching a shark attack video was going to ruin my day. Wow. And it did. Can you imagine? Even if that's your job.
Yeah.
And it's something you see from time to time. It's still got to be unnerving to come around the corner and there's your desk and, there's Larry, Moe, and Curly just staring at you.
Damn it. Yeah. That sounds awful. Sounds like an awful way to start your day at work.
Yeah, I don't think he stayed the rest of the day, I bet.
Ugh.
There's only so much a hefty cinch sack.
There's so much head you can take, right?
Whoa!
Well, you're talking about severed heads. That's what I'm talking about.
Sauce, clever wordplay.
Thank you.
Doc, you ever received a head at your desk?
Not technically on top of it.
You know what would have been great is and I think it ended a couple days ago, which really pissed me off. But the break room's got a whole bunch of tables, right? And that's where the free stuff goes. Whenever the radio stations get promotional stuff or they're cleaning out the prize closet, they just throw stuff on the tables and the rest of us just mostly throw it away.
Yeah, or Hawk takes
right, because
it.
most of it's just not worth taking.
Yeah.
There were, about 16 copies of the Blu-ray Hustlers, the Jennifer Lopez movie.
Hawk took one of them.
Well, I thought it was about the magazine.
And as everything on that table got taken, that movie remained. And there were about 6 copies. Then for about a week, there was 5. And I kept saying, I wonder how long it's going to take. How many months is it going to take for somebody to say, enough is enough. I'm just going to take a copy of Hustlers or give it to my neighbors. It should be gone. How is it taking weeks? How bad is this movie? Or how little do people care about Blu-rays in 2023 that nobody wants these?
Right there. I mean, that's
and that's probably what it was. But they are now gone. So either somebody took them after, a month or 2?
Oh, if not
almost
longer.
2 months.
Yeah.
So after 2 months, either somebody just threw them away or finally took them. How long would it take 3 severed heads to sit on that prize table? Would the heads have been taken before the Blu-ray of Hustlers?
Well, you've ruined everything. Because guess what you guys were getting for Christmas?
Yeah, severed heads. Yeah, well, is it down in your truck? Yeah, well, that's the bit. That's what I was thinking, too. Hustlers would make an excellent blue elephant? What's that?
White elephant.
White elephant gift.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, blue elephant is something
I think you're
else.
confused because you blew an elephant in Africa.
Oh. Wow.
You know what? Thank God you're not a poacher.
Yeah.
Exact opposite.
Man, poached eggs.
Oh, you
Very
tried
good.
to kill it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it tried to suffocate me.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
I think so.
The 155th Belmont Stakes is tomorrow. However,
maybe
it might be off. The air quality is still terrible in New York because of the Canadian wildfires. So the governor of New York said it might have to get canceled.
Hello, Governor.
Morning training was canceled yesterday, and if the air quality doesn't improve by tomorrow, if it doesn't meet some certain standards, they're just going to shut her down and say, we're not doing it. I wonder if they would just party on, Wayne, party on, Garth, if a Triple Crown was available.
They 100% would,
or
right?
Postpone it, yeah.
Yeah. But because that's not the case, they might just say, we're not running it.
Yeah.
Or at least not running it this weekend.
No, they'd have to if it was
Crown show.
Triple Crown bit. Yeah. Yes.
What really matters is this.
This is from an email from a listener. I appreciate it. A news story. Someone has been pooping out the same COVID strain for 2 years in Ohio, and they need to find out who it is. Nothing concerning about it since the virus is inactive in waste, but some scientists believe finding the person could provide some much-needed insight into the disease. They noticed a cryptic strain. Well, sometimes it hurts. You know, man, eat some fiber.
Oh, you missed that story yesterday, by the way. Let's get through the rest of this one because you got to circle back and hear what you missed yesterday, Chris, while you were in St. Cloud.
Was it a Tommy story?
It's a Saw story and chronic strain. What did you just? Cryptic Strain.
Cryptic Strain.
By the way, Zach, title of the podcast, Cryptic Strain.
Yeah, well, you did miss Tommy. Yeah, the leg hair story on the air. You missed that.
Your story's better though. Let's quickly, because you told it on the podcast. Let's let Chris finish this story, then you can quickly tell the other one.
So this cryptic strain keeps popping up in the same area. The doctors hypothesize that it's coming from just one person. Based on sewage lines, he's even pinpointed that the individual's home's likely in Columbus, Ohio, and that they commute to work in a city called Washington Courthouse, about 45 minutes away. So why is this person's poopy so important? Well, for starters, they're likely really sick and might not even know it. Number two, studying this mystery poo-poo might be able to help scientists better understand the long COVID infections and how to treat them. Everybody with COVID poops, and the virus is shed in their waste. So while spotty around the country, sewage tracking remains one of the most reliable and up-to-date ways to track COVID infections in communities, especially as the U.S. starts to shutter other community-level tracking programs. So Columbus, if you're out there and you work in that city, you might be crapping out COVID.
Imagine if you're that guy and you feel normal, or at least maybe you feel normal. Maybe you have some long-term COVID complications. But let's just say, for argument's sake, he's living a normal life, going about his business, going to the bathroom, doing his business, then walking away. He has no idea the people that are tracking this and monitoring this and analyzing this basically have a giant cigar and just go, oh my God.
Right? Like people in South Park.
They are terrified
Yeah.
about this guy's constant bowel movements that are shocking the medical community. And he's just watching season 3 of Ted Lasso with his feet up going, I'm having a pretty good day.
It's pretty good.
Ugh.
Wait until you hear what the guys down at the plant are saying about you.
Yeah, correct.
So tell us, Hockey, what happened to you around 7 o'clock yesterday morning?
So 7 o'clock, we come back. It's you're on, Hawk, and I think you're about to do the news.
Yeah.
And I get this pain in my stomach that is so severe that I have like flop sweat from it. I'm like, oh my God. I at one point yesterday was like, if I don't make it to the bathroom, I'm going to have to go in the kitchen and use one of the waste baskets. It was that bad.
He didn't think he could make it to the Hustlers Blu-rays without crapping his pants.
My stomach hurt so bad, and it was one of those things where I felt for maybe the first time in my life, I couldn't stop it. It was like it felt like it was about to be a broken dam. Like there's nothing I can do about it.
And here's what I love about Sauce, because Sauce, you almost always are a kind of like a fatalist, right? You're thinking about the worst possible scenario, right? You're a doomsday prepper.
Yeah, more attention. And
you said in your head you were already thinking, I'm going to have to call Kelly and she's going to have to bring me a change of clothes because this is not going to be able to be stopped. I'm going to crap my pants. I'm going to have to call my new wife and say, I just crapped my pants at work. Can you bring me new clothes?
Yep. And at one point, it just kind of subsided.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right, I can make it. But I was so glad we weren't on like the power hour because it was a struggle. Like I'm trying to not poop my pants on the air. And it stopped. We got to the end of the show. And it was basically a Leviathan. It's a Randy Marsh. I'll show it to you. I took a picture of it.
He said he destroyed it. This is one of the most graphic descriptions of a dump I've ever heard in my life. Chris, I believe on the after party, he said it was like crapping out 2 forearms.
Yes. It was like crapping 2 Subway sandwiches.
Oh my gosh.
I'll show you. I took a picture of it. I'll show you.
So good afterwards.
Oh, of course. I felt like I lost 15 pounds, and I'm not kidding. But
forearms.
I thought it was over. I thought Kelly would have to bring me new pants.
And talking about winning the lottery, you said you thought there was no chance that was getting flushed, but it went.
No, it went. Wow. I was so lucky, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like one of those mystery dumps that used to be left here.
Wait, guys. We did it. We just won the Marconi.
There it is. Yeah. Congratulations, guys. I knew it was coming.
More of what really matters after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan. St. Paul, The Fan.
Head to the KFAN contest page for your shot at a pair of tickets to an early screening of the upcoming movie, The Flash, premiering June 16th. You can enter for your chance to win at KFAN.com, keyword contest. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest.
Thanks, buddy boy.
Great band.
Thanks.
10 years, right? Oh, no, this is Default? Default, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, this song's great.
Man, this is...
Yeah, I like this too.
Yeah, this is good tune.
This song is good, but there were so many bands around this era that had one hit that were like this. So a lot of us sort of went, is this Fuel?
Yeah.
Is this Vertical Horizon?
It's Creed-like.
Who is this? And then they all kind of blend together, but individually they all kind of sounded all right.
Deny is also good by default. Check that one out.
Excuse me?
And Fuel kind of... Did you see this? Like, so Fuel's got their... they had their original lead singer come back. He left the band again in 2020, and they replaced him with a guy who auditioned on The Voice with hemorrhage. And he sounds amazing.
Wow.
Fun, no one cares fact.
It's a fun fact.
You know what else is a fun fact is whatever Chris reads when I'm done doing sports.
You're right. Let's continue with what really matters. Brought to you by Cultivated CBD at cultivatedcbd.com.
Thank you.
What a shocking move. The Carolina Panthers have elevated number 1 overall pick Bryce Young. He is now the number 1 quarterback.
What?
Yes.
No.
They said he is progressing exactly how they thought he would, and they have elevated him to the number 1 quarterback on the depth chart.
No
I
way.
find
Yes,
that,
they did that. Yes.
fascinating, and
The guy they traded all the way up for?
Yes, it turns out they think he's good.
it's exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting to know that he's good.
What really matters, though, is this.
For the first few years of production, Ford's famous Model T came in gray, green, blue, and red. It was only after 1914 that customers could order any color so long as it is black. Yes, that's right. They changed it to only black cars.
Yep.
The paint dried faster than other hues, and they said, you can have anything as long as it's black. I think that's a pretty funny line.
Yep. The Model T is basically my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Right. For most of my life, I wore a whole bunch of colors, and I got to be a certain age, and it was like, nope, I don't care what shade of black it is as long as it's black.
Right.
And now Model T is basically model T-shirt. Black T-shirts, black hooded sweatshirts. Let's move on with our lives. Paul, your hands up.
Can I do the next sports story?
Can't wait.
55 days, 13 hours, 13 minutes, and 8 seconds from right now, Chris Hockey.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
They have a countdown on their website.
Who's they?
HallOfFameGame.com, right, Hogs?
You better believe I got
It's
it
going to
marked
be
out.
great. Yeah, the Jets and the Browns be a great game.
Oh, Deshaun Watson versus Aaron Rodgers? That'll be a shootout.
I don't think he'll play.
Oh, who won't?
Either of them.
Oh.
We'll watch it, though, right,
Of
Hogs?
course you will.
Damn
You
right.
guys should go.
Oh, I would. It's in Hawk's hometown. Ohio? Kind of.
Kind of Ohio?
Yeah, you know, my hometown is Ohio.
His hometown is kind of Ohio. Wasn't it like a block?
It was,
Wasn't like Ohio on the other side of the street?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it's called State Line, right through the middle of town.
See?
One side's Indiana, one side's Ohio. I lived in Indiana, went to school in Ohio. That's right. You got it. You nailed it. The state is my playground.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm excited for football.
I am too.
Yeah, I know you are. I can always count on you, Daddy.
You can always count on me and my daddy.
What really matters, though, is this.
Frank Lloyd Wright had a son, and that son invented Lincoln Logs.
Really?
That's right. John Lloyd Wright.
Is that right?
I had those. Did you guys ever have those as kids?
Of course.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They rocked them.
Yeah, they were great.
You know.
I think everybody just did the old square cabin, and then once in a while I'm going to see if I can make an actual kind of compound.
Yeah.
And it always looked like ass.
Yeah, it did.
Of course.
Yep.
I'm just going to go back to the old square. The roof never quite fit right.
No, pissed me off.
No. Yeah, pissed him off.
Yes, I'd burn that some bitch down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Already?
You could build a little gerbil house.
I made a Ruby Ridge.
Okay. I get it.
You light that some bitch on fire?
Yes.
You drive a tank into the side of it?
No, that's Waco.
I get my disasters mixed up.
Well, yeah. The American government just taking over.
Oh, look. There's Janet Reno.
You would.
If your kid's doing that, you probably want to get him some help.
Yeah.
If your kid's doing that, you probably taught him to do that.
Right. If your kid now, who the Waco disaster was almost 30 years ago, if not more.
There's a kid with a toy tank just driving.
Sounds like some Stewie Griffin would.
How many times do we have to tell you, Timmy? Quit lighting your Legos on fire.
Are you guys familiar with Neil Everett of ESPN Sports Center?
Man.
Yeah,
That's
super funny, yeah.
Neil Everett leaving SportsCenter and ESPN after 23 years. I don't know if it's been officially announced yet, but he's announced that he is moving on to, quote, write a new chapter for himself. He's,
Joe Kovacs, fellow American. That's Joe right there. Hey, Joe, where are you going with that shot put in your hand? Everybody funny. Yeah, you funny, too. And the wild pitch keeps coming. Wild, thanks. Everybody funny. Now you funny, too.
Neil was kind of a throwback, right? Kind of a 90s SportsCenter anchor.
Yeah.
He was crazy, over the top, cheesy, but leaned right into it, didn't care, just had fun, always had a smile on his face.
Good old days, man.
Yeah, the 90s SportsCenter was the best, right? Craig Kilborn, Dan Patrick.
Just highlights.
Stuart Scott. It was the best.
Yeah, Larry
Everybody
Reynolds.
was having fun.
It was just highlights,
Everybody's
and it
wagging
was
tongue,
great.
man.
It was highlight after highlight. That's all it was.
So Neil kind of felt like he should have been doing SportsCenter in the 90s, and maybe that's why they're bored with him. I don't know. And I don't know. Did he officially get fired, or is he?
No, it's laid.
on?
No, it's laid off.
Yeah, it's one of those fried cutting situations.
No, Disney.
ESPN.
This is just the beginning. Oh, this is the second one. They didn't renew Chris Chelios's contract.
God terminated Pat Robertson's contract.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
He
Disney. Disney is getting rid of a lot of sport. This is the beginning. There's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a bloodbath at ESPN this summer. Unfortunately, a lot of old timers. People have been there for a while.
Wasn't the rumor that Susie Kober and Steve Young are out?
Wouldn't be surprised.
And they're going to have
Unfortunately.
Laura Rutledge, who's super good, do the Monday Night Football
She is
stuff.
very good.
Very good.
Speaking of Pat Robertson dying, did you see the prep service today? That made me laugh. Did you guys see this?
Yeah. The Twilight bit.
So, Pat Robertson died yesterday at 93 after decades of intolerance and hate being spread out of his stupid mouth.
What? No.
But Pat Robertson's name, if you don't look at it quickly, kind of looks like Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
it doesn't,
right?
but I mean, Pat Robertson, Robert Pattinson, it's a lot of the same letters, capital R, capital P. Robert Pattinson, Batman, and also from Twilight, was trending on Twitter because so many people temporarily thought he died. This is one of my favorite tweets ever. Somebody says, it's so funny that Robert Pattinson is trending because Pat Robertson died and none of us can read. Somebody tweeted, scrolled too fast through Twitter and I thought Robert Pattinson died. I almost puked. And then somebody also said, Pat Robertson was Team Jacob.
Come on.
Somebody else tweeted, absolutely hate that my brain auto-corrected this to Robert Pattinson. The Twilight brain rot is real.
Oh, man.
So a whole bunch of Twilight fans were freaking out and couldn't get themselves to reread it and realize that Pat Robertson is 93, Robert Pattinson is not. So Batman is not dead. Forget it. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
My turn or your turn?
Mine.
What really matters is this.
Approximately 2.6 pounds of grapes go into each bottle of wine. That's about 700 grapes in one bottle of wine.
That's a lot.
It sure is.
Still
forgot about
one of
that.
the first viral videos, right?
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
Lady, one of the best viral videos of all time. It might be the perfect example of once in a while you have to forget that it exists. Every 2 or 3 years. Just forget that it exists and then watch it again and tell your brain it's the first time you've seen it and you're going to cry laughing.
Yeah, it's like every time Hockey and I watch the old lady pooping her pants, Hawk cry laughs at it.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it
She
makes
gets
me happy.
screamed awake and then she goes, oh my God.
It's also a rare viral video in that you can just hear the audio if you've seen it once, and it's just as funny because it's about her struggling to breathe and the noise that she makes.
It's the worst.
It's the worst and the best. She got the wind knocked out of her, falling out of a tub of grapes.
It might kill
stomping
me.
grapes.
If I had the wind knocked out of me right now, I might not recover. That's the worst of the world.
You feel like you're dead.
You do? That's the last breath you're ever going to get.
Well, see you later. That's a good bit.
See you later.
Yep.
My turn or your turn?
It's your turn.
Oklahoma softball won their third straight title, 53 straight wins. That is a record. The coach flat out said the pressure of that streak has been suffocating. So big sigh of relief that it's over. I guess the streak's not over next year because that will continue. But for now, it's over and they won the title and they're all happy. Third straight title for Oklahoma softball.
Good for them.
Record streak, historically good. What really matters is this.
Each dollar bill lasts about 6.6 years.
Wow.
You'd think it'd be longer than that, wouldn't you?
I would have guessed way longer than that.
I would have thought way longer.
According to the Federal Reserve. And there's about $1.79 trillion of U.S. currency currently in circulation.
1.9 trillion.
1.79, yeah.
1.79. Either way, I got to get my hands on more of that.
Yeah, you do.
Correct.
That's a lot just floating around.
Yeah, seems like a lot.
I still think I'm going to get 500 from Sauce, even though Chris, you and I took a step backwards last night with the overtime loss. But
True.
I think I'm still getting 500 from you.
That's
Chris is
closer,
getting
yeah.
250 from you.
Yeah.
So if I get 500 from you, I'm a little bit closer to having 1.79 trillion.
Next Wednesday.
Closer.
We'll bet again.
And I'll be even closer. God, I wonder if I have time to do this.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll win. You always do.
This year, I do.
Yeah, you're on fire, man. Yeah. Good for you.
You're on a fireman?
You earn it. You deserve it.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. The Dalvin Cook watch basically has ended. Now it's just a matter of when today he's going to be released. The Vikings have informed running back Dalvin Cook that the Cook era in Minnesota is over. A lot of teams being rumored to be connected to Dalvin Cook. The biggest one probably Miami because he went to Miami. And it sounds like he wants to go to Miami.
I think he lives in Miami.
And Miami probably needs a running back. If you look at their list, it's nothing really to, I don't know. I think he could knock down the door and be the starter day one. And if Tua's healthy, that team is legit. So why not go to Miami? Yeah. Makes sense. What really matters is this.
Baby otters, they can't swim right away, baby sea otters.
Oh.
So their mommies wrap them in pieces of kelp while they go hunting so the boy and pups don't drown. And then they learn to paddle around on their own after a while.
Like a baby Bjorn.
Yeah. A raft of otters will often hold hands while they sleep so they don't drift apart and just float around.
That's cute.
Yeah, I bet it's cute.
Yeah.
I bet it's also easy pickings for like animals that eat.
That's what I was just going to say. What are the natural predators of a river otter?
What were those
or a
things?
Sea otter, either otter.
Be in the lakes that hockey would swim in as a kid.
Cthulhu?
Yeah, Cthulhu for sure.
Water moccasins?
Yeah, water moccasins.
Yeah, but I don't know if those snakes are big enough to eat even a, I guess maybe, I don't know.
Maybe a baby sea otter.
Yeah.
Sea otters are pretty large.
How about even a river otter, though? I wonder if even...
I've got it right here.
Go for it. What are the natural predators of an otter?
Bald eagles.
Makes sense.
Brown bears.
Okay.
Wolves, white sharks, and killer whales prey on them.
Really?
Yeah.
Killer whales eat sea otters.
Yeah.
That's a snack.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you'd have to eat a lot of them.
I wonder if that's the equivalent of peanut butter pretzels.
Oh, God. How good are those?
Oh, no, baby. Zacho's looking at otters.
Yeah, they're cute.
Baby otters are adorable.
Yeah, they are.
Baby otters holding hands while sleeping.
Look at him. Night-night.
Now Zach's going to cry for the second time today.
Why was the first?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why
Shawn Mendes and...
Oh, I thought the Twins cut Max Kepler.
No, they should, though.
No, they shouldn't.
He's terrible.
He just needs more time.
Zach wants them to sign Kepler to a lifetime contract.
Right.
So he's in town for the next 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then that other Viking guy sing the national anthem every time.
Okay, yeah.
Dear God.
It's true, though.
It's true, though.
It is.
Hey, Donaldson.
The premier of France?
No, but like, hey.
I like how you said exactly who it is without saying his name. Like now they'll never figure out this mystery.
Yeah, but who cares? Like, think about it. Like, let's say...
Zizi, who cares?
Like, let's say...
It's a new rock band with long beards.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Zizi, who cares?
Who cares?
I'm just saying. Be you, Zacho.
Is that going to beat Cryptic Strain?
Your call, man.
Cryptic Strain's better.
Yeah. ZZ Who Cares.
ZZ Who Cares and the Cryptic Strain.
Yeah. They're at
That's
the
a
Fillmore.
hell of a name for a band.
They're at the Fillmore, as Zacho would say.
What was the guy that you liked that had a name that was crazy like that? Hawk, do you know who I'm talking about? Oh, God. It was a guy and a name of a band, and it was something like that, though. It was insane. And you liked him about 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell's the name of that band?
I saw him in Nashville, right?
Yes, exactly.
I gotta.
They had a super cool name.
Yeah. I'm alone. That guy. Golly gee. It's. I gotta. We're not going to break till we remember.
Hold on.
I don't know. The hell is that guy's name?
I know, I hate this. How'd the rest of that song go?
That help?
Somebody in the blanky blanks.
It was.
What the hell was the name of that band? I think even he had a fake name, right?
Yeah,
I think
and he danced around like a 1920s boxer. It was really great. He was great.
If the last 30 seconds aren't proof that all of our memories are shot because we
used to play it all the time.
And we can't even come to a. We can't.
Was it Colonel Johnson and the Wieners?
You're not even close.
All right.
I was closer saying somebody, and the somebody.
Was it Admiral Nielsen?
No.
I don't think he had
a military rank.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the military. Son of a bitch. And I know it's in the system, and I can't find it.
Was it
Peebo Bryson in the ball holes?
That's wrong.
No. Was it Danny Summers and Donna?
No.
Do you have any other lyrics you can give me?
I'm alone.
I am alone?
No, that's the first part is right. It was.
If we only had a way for the listeners to tell us.
Well, the text line I can't.
The Bradshaw and Bryant text line?
They changed the password.
The hell is the name of that? It doesn't even matter.
Hold on.
We're not going to break until we figure it out.
All right, let me see if I can.
Hold on, I'm signing in.
Leo,
okay.
Leo.
Yes,
Leo,
you are correct.
Leo.
That is 100% it. It's
Leo and the
Starsky and Hutch.
No, shut up.
Leo.
Shut up.
Leo.
Are they a band?
Yeah.
Leo Capaldi? No.
Leopold in the fiction. Leopold in his fiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
How did you come up with
I don't
that?
know. Because it was that or die.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Why? Did the wind get knocked out?
No,
of
I
you?
just wasn't. I was going to give up.
Yeah, Leopold and his fiction. That's exactly who I was thinking of. It just took
thank
you
the Lord.
a minute and a half to come up with it.
That?
We did it, guys!
Yay!
Leopold and his fiction. We did it.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, thank God.
There, that cleansed your mental block before initials.
It did. You're right.
There we go. Now the flow is wide open. You're going to be back to your dominant ways after, I would argue last week, Carly, maybe the best 4-point performance in the history of initials.
Incredible.
Hard to win with 4.
I can't wait. I'm excited to play.
I shouldn't say hard to win with 4, but it's not a dominant win when you win with 4, but hers felt dominant. That's a little over an hour from now. Marty in a second, Parrish in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.